Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I don't think I've ever done a must-haves video before. This is my first one, correct me if I'm wrong. I have new glasses, so I look a little different. Let's just adjust to that for a second. I have 8 items over here on this little table to show you guys that is my must-haves for this month for me. Keep in mind, I live in Australia, so it is August. Obviously, it's August everywhere in the world, but August in Australia means it's winter, so it's a little bit colder. Keep that in mind with some of these items. The first item that I want to show you guys is a bottle of red wine. Yeah, that's pretty typical for me. I love a good glass of wine. This one here is from Dan Murphy's. It is not even $5. I think it's like $4.50 or $4.80 or something like that. It's somewhere between $4 and $5, so it's extremely cheap. That's probably not good to be promoting, but when you're on a budget and you want a nice glass of red, this is where you go. Dan Murphy's, like $4.50. That's what it is in Australia anyway. So it's a Cab Merlot. I used to love Cab Sav. Cab Sav used to be my favorite, but recently I found that Merlot is just that little bit smoother. So this is my go-to red wine at the moment. Especially, like I said, it being a little bit cooler, it's nice to have red wine at room temperature instead of having like a cold glass of white wine or, you know, just a cold beverage. It's nice to have like an alcoholic option that's not cold for winter. So that's my go-to. The next item I want to show you guys is also a consumable product. And that is, got hair in my mouth. That is these cookies that I found at Coles recently. The I Love Baking cookies. These are amazing. My favorite one that they have is the choc banana one, but I don't have any at the moment because I finished them off. But this is the coconut chocolate chunk cookie. These are really good too. And these ones here I buy for the kids, so they can have this for dessert. And it's just that little bit healthier than normal cookies. Obviously they're not, you know, it's not like eating fruits or vegetables, but it just makes me feel a little bit better knowing that I'm giving them a healthier alternative just to a regular cookie. So this is sweetened with date puree. I think it's partly sweetened by date puree. It does still have sugar in it, but you know, it's nice to know that it's got date puree in it. It's made with natural colors, butter, unrefined sugar, whole grain oats, no nasties, and no palm oil. And then on the back it just tells you obviously the nutritional value. And as you can see here, it says made by mums, which I think is pretty cool. So they have a bunch of different flavors. I think it's like 4 or 5 different flavors. There's only one I haven't tried, but I can't remember what the flavor is. I do want to try it next time I go. But yes, the chocolate banana ones are my favorite ones. Next time you go to Coles, check these out. They're in the cookie aisle. They're with the regular cookies, I'm pretty sure, like with the sweet biscuits. And that is everything for the consumable items. The next thing I want to show you guys is a face scrub. If you guys have followed me for a while, you know that I love the St. Ives face scrubs. And today I went to Priceline and found out that they have a bunch of different ones that I didn't even know they had. Like I thought they only had the 2 different, it's not a flavor, what is it? Like scent, I guess you could say. But I didn't know that this one existed until today. So I just purchased this one. I usually get I've had the green tea one and the apricot one, and I love both of them. Like I love both of them. But this one here I haven't tried yet, and I'm really excited to give it a go. But the St. Ives in general, when it comes to face scrubs, are my favorite. I use a face scrub every few days just to like get the extra oil and dirt out of my pores and things like that. And I find that some face scrubs aren't gritty enough. I don't know if that makes sense. I hate it when I buy a face scrub and I try it and you can't even tell it's a scrub, like it's not gritty enough. The St. Ives ones are that extra gritty, so that it feels like you can feel it getting into your pores, you can feel it like removing all the dirt and things like that. And that's what I love about this face scrub. This isn't really something that is just August related. I use this all year round, but I just wanted to include it in this video because I love it so much. The next item I want to show you is also a face wash. This isn't a scrub, but it's a face wash. And back in the day when I first discovered face washes, I was trying a bunch of different products to see what worked for me. I have really oily skin, so I found that this here, it's the Framing Cleanser. It controls oil. It's the Neutrogena one. So I find this one amazing. And ever since I found this years and years and years ago, when I was trying out different products, I have never ever turned back. Like, there are products in my life that come and go and I swap and change, but this is one product that I have never changed since I found it, because it works so well and I use it every day, and I literally can't shower without it. Like, if I go away for a weekend or whatever, I have to take this with me because it just feels so fresh when I'm finished using it. So I use this every single day, and like I said, I use the scrub every probably 3 or 4 days, but this I use every single day and I freaking love it. I love how it foams up. Like, when you rub it in properly, it foams up and just like destroys the oil on your face, and then when you wash it off, it's just so clean. I will wake up the next morning with oily skin anyway, because my skin is just ridiculously oily. Even when I was a flight attendant, my skin was just oily all the time, which is just kind of unheard of as a flight attendant because it's so dry up in the sky. But this helps so much. The next item I want to show you is a hand cream. Being August and winter, and it's just windy and cold here at the moment, and I find that every single winter my hands, like my knuckle area, they go red and flaky and dry and just like gross. And it took me the longest time to figure out that it is the weather that's doing that. I have been using the Aveeno Intense Relief hand cream, but I found that although it works once I put it on, the next day my hands still feel dry. So recently I've gone to Priceline and purchased this one. It is the Blessed by Nature Nutrient Rich Hand and Nail Cream. It has the most divine smell, and it is so thick when you put it on. It doesn't feel like it just gets absorbed into your skin and nothing happens. It's actually really nice to put on, and like my skin feels soft after I put it on. So, oh, it's so nice. Highly recommend this hand cream if you're struggling with dry hands. I got this from Priceline, and at the moment it's on special for, I think it's like $8 or $9 or something like that. So if you want to try it out, Priceline. The next item is also a moisturizer. This is one I use all year round, the Aveeno Daily Moisturizing Lotion. I use this on my face every single day, and when I shave my legs, I use it on my legs as well. So I find that most moisturizers, after I've shaved my legs, if I use it on my legs, they get all red and bumpy, and you know, having some extra ingredients in the moisturizers that aren't particularly good for you can cause that red bumpiness. So I found that this one here, it's got like active naturals, it's dermatologist recommended, it's fragrance free, and although it's not completely natural, because products these days they're kind of like that, but I find that this moisturizer in particular works really, really well on my face and also on my legs once I've shaved. And like I said, this is an all year round thing. I don't never not use this. What am I trying to say? I always use this product every single night on my face. Now this next product is an absolute must for mums, and that is dry shampoo. Most of you have probably heard, if you use dry shampoo, most of you have probably heard of this brand here. On the back it says it's UK's #1 dry shampoo, and I can kind of see why. It's got a beautiful fragrance. They have a bunch of different fragrance options, and it just works really well. This one's Eden, and it's uplifting and vibrant. I literally have to use this every single day because, like my skin, my hair is extremely oily. I don't even know if you can tell how flat and gross it looks right now. I washed my hair last night. I basically have to wash my hair every night. I've tried going days and days without washing it for months on end to see if it would, change how oily my hair is, but it doesn't. It's just oily. That's just how I am. My body apparently just makes a bunch of oils overnight. So this dry shampoo is what I use in the morning to kind of freshen up my hair a little bit. It gives it a little bit of volume. If I kind of spray it underneath here and shush it up a little bit, it gives it a little bit of volume, which I clearly didn't do today. I probably should have, but I love this dry shampoo. And then it also just absorbs any extra oils that have, formed in my hair overnight. So that is a dry shampoo must for mums, especially if you don't have time to wash your hair every night, or you just don't wash your hair. That's a great alternative to just like in between washes you can spray it, it absorbs the oils, and it's just great. Dry shampoo is something that I'd never tried until becoming a mum, and I never understood it. I was like, just wash your dang hair. Like, I don't understand, I never understood it. But since becoming a mum, I understand it now. The last item I have to show you guys for this video is the Nair Hair Removal Cream. This is for face and body. And as you can see down here, it says it has sweet almond oil in it. Now, when I purchased this one, as it says on the side, it's for sensitive skin. I don't have sensitive skin, but I figured if I'm using it on my face, which I was using it on my mo because it was getting out of hand, I wanted it to be a sensitive, you know, formula, because you're more likely going to react on your face. So when I shared this on my stories on Instagram that I was using it, I had a few people message me being like, just be careful, you know, face hair removal creams burn my skin and you'll end up with a red patch or whatever. And I went, I think 5 or 10 minutes over the recommended time that you leave it on for, and there was no redness whatsoever. Like, once I'd removed it and the hair was all gone, there was zero redness. Whereas when I get my moustache waxed, it's kind of embarrassing that I have to do that, but when I get my mustache waxed, it's just like red and inflamed, and it's so embarrassing walking through like the shopping center or wherever you've just had it done and you've just got this like red mustache. First time I've ever used face hair removal cream, and I highly recommend this. If you have sensitive skin, from what I was told from a couple of different subscribers, it may show up a little bit red, but you know, you're at home anyway, so at least you're not walking through the shopping center like that, and you can apply concealer if you're going out directly after. Whereas when you're going out and getting your moustache waxed, it's just a little bit more awkward. Just for my mustache, every, you know, 6 months when it grows back or whatever, I'm gonna use this because it worked a treat. Okay guys, that was the 8 must-have items that I have been using personally all throughout August, and I've been loving. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more like it, give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments down below if you use any of these products, or if you've learnt about any of them today in this video and you're wanting to give it a go. Let me know in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye! And you all wanna be round. Yeah, you all wanna be round. Round a champion, a champion. I got tons of soul on my true collectible. Famous, also famous, #1 desirable. I do what I want.